Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. Alright, so this should be an easy project. I want some giant stone heads in the ground. So I have some pieces of game board here that I'm going to try to use as some bases. And I have some discarded of construction foam. You could use tin foil to make this too. I'll show you that, I guess. But all I'm going to do is get a rough shape of my head. And what I have in mind is kind of like Stonehenge, but maybe a little cooler. So I'm going to make a basic shape of my head. And to do that, I'm just going to cut down here, kind of round this off roughly. Okay, something like that. And then I want to kind of do the back of my neck down some. I want to trim that in. Just kind of get a rough shape of a head. Now remind you, this is beat up old stone. So I'm going to come about halfway down my face, a little bit more than halfway down. And I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to cut that till it meets up like that. Then I'm going to use this to make my nose part. So to make my nose part, I'm just going to cut in and out. Cut that out of there. Chip that piece out. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I think I need to eat. I didn't realize it. Something like that. Okay. Then I'm going to make my lip. I'm just going to come down a little bit below that, just like that. And I'm going to cut that in a little bit. And I'm going to trim this up a little bit. Something like that. My top's a little flatter than I wanted. So I'm just going to come around, round that off a little bit. Okay, and then this is like that finished edge. And that finished edge creates problems. Okay. Now this is a good looking start for him. I'd like to, this has got a little bit of finished edge on it. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. Something like that. I'm going to push his eyes in. And then using the hot end of my glue gun, I'm going to try to get any of this stuff that's sticking up or fluffy, or alternatively, you could get the minor burning hand spell and get a similar effect. Actually, I think the minor burning hand spell is a little more effective in this. Maybe a little too effective, so be extra careful. And if you're helping a child or a child's doing this, get it grown up. Don't get hurt being silly. These videos aren't made for children, but I do know that children watch them. With their parents and stuff usually. Not so much on their own, I don't think, because I don't recommend these to children. But anyways, something like that. That's going to be my monster head. And then I got to figure out how I want it to sit on my base. And I want mine to be half buried in the ground. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, after I have it the way I want it to go, I'm going to get it on my base there. I'm just going to hot glue that down on my base. Okay. Once I get it there, I'm going to get a tinfoil ball. And I'm going to shove into it and give it some texture. Now, I don't like that right there. I'm just going to cut that down. Rough that up too. Just like that. Sweet, right? Does what I want it to, for the most part. It's not perfect, but it sells the fact that I have a giant head in the ground, and you don't have to be a great artist to do it. Anybody can do it. So that's one way you can do that. The next way, we'll make another one. Let's get a tinfoil, some tinfoil. You kind of know how big you want your ball to be, right? Notice how one side of this tinfoil is like super shiny and one's like a dulled shiny. You want to put the super shiny in. The dulled shiny will hold the paint better. And all I'm doing is rolling it into the rough shape of a head that I want. And I'm not smashing it up too much. I'm leaving it kind of loose, all right? So I'm going to get my base, and I'm going to get my head, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of already smash it down to the shape I want. Then I'm just going to make an indent for the mouth and fold that up some. I'm going to do my nose just like that. No super art here. Nothing overly fancy. I fucked my head all up. All right, squeeze that in, get more tinfoil. Didn't have enough. That happens. Okay, there we go. My mouth. Smush that kind of shut. Push that in and shape my nose a little bit. Push in for my eyes. Round off the top of the head. Do a little cleanup work. Now I have a shaped head there. Now where it goes down flat against the base, without destroying what you've sculpted, just kind of mash that down till it's flat. Then use some excessive amounts of glue. Put it on your base, how you want it to sit. Okay? Just like that. Now, there's a couple ways we can do it from here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Elmer's and some sand. And I'm going to make my life easier. This is not real Elmer's. This is Dollar Tree Elmer's. So all I'm doing is getting my glue in there, sprinkling sand on it. And that's going to fill up the gaps to make it look buried. Nice and easy without a whole lot of killing myself effort. Yeah, I know you see my hand shaking. Don't be scared. My blood sugar's a little low. It's fine. I'll get it sorted out as soon as I get done here. And I mushed his eyes in, pushing too hard because I was trembling. So now he's a Cyclops head. You don't want to have a Cyclops head. So let's see if we can fix him back up. No, he's ruined. He's ruined. That's okay. It could be a broken statue of a head, right? Nobody says it can't be. Maybe it took damage. This one I'm going to do the same thing. Nice and easy. I'm just going to get in here. Get some glue in the crack. Just to show that it's buried underground. Just like that. Now with this foam one, you're going to have to get Mod Podge and seal it. With the other one, you can just kind of spray paint it. But what I like to do on the tinfoil, if I wanted to keep it for a while and it to be resilient, is I like to hit it with clear coat first and then hit it with the paint. Or hairspray, if you have spray hairspray. Like not the kind that you go quick, quick, but the kind that's like aerosol. It used to be better when I was young, but the stuff they have now isn't as good. So there you go, there's two heads. This one, like I said, I messed it up, and that's fine. And this one looks like it's going to be okay. But once those air dry and that looks buried, then I can spray paint or paint these up and make them look good. I could do a video of the painting. It will take a while for those to dry. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all the happy crappy that makes the channel grow. Check out www.dungeon-swag.com. It might be down right now, but we're bringing the site back up with all new minis, a new sales platform, and different price guides. So please come check this out. We're going to be adding some character filler stuff where you can make a full character background, archetype, personality, and stuff on there. I'm currently working on some lists for that. It's going to be a generator where you can roll dice and re-roll if you don't like it and stuff is the plan. And, of course, the miniatures. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Leave a comment. Bye.